Donald Trump has snubbed the EU by heaping praise on Hungary's Viktor Orban, with Secretary of State Marco Rubio calling his success their success.
President Trump is deeply committed to your success because your success is our success. Because this relationship we have here in Central Europe through you is so essential and vital for our national interests in the years to come that, if you face financial struggles, if you face things that are impediments to growth, if you face things that threaten the stability of your country, I know that President Trump will be very interested because of your relationship with him and because of this importance to this country, to us, to finding ways to provide assistance if that moment ever were to arise, and obviously with regards to the finances and the like.
Brussels has been locked in a feud with Orban over Hungary's refusal to take illegal migrants. The country pays a €1 million a day fine to flout the EU's diktats.
On that, so on migration issue, just for clarification, in Hungary, the number of illegal migration is like that, zero. Because we have a crystal clear system. If somebody would like to come to Hungary, first he should ask for that. If you give the permission, they can step in. Nobody can step on the territory of Hungary without having a permission from the Hungarian authorities. This is the regulation, simple, well working. What is the consequence of that? We are under sanctions, financial sanctions of European Union, because we don't let the illegal migrations to come to Hungary and to the European Union as well. So we have to pay, just to inform you, we have to pay every day €1 million as a punishment to the Brazilian budget, because we stop the migrants. This is the absurd world we are living now in Europe.
Mr. President, to both of you.
Go ahead, please.
Here.
Yes,
Thank
go
you
ahead.
so much. Thank you. I'd like to ask what do you think, what do you believe after this meeting? Can you have maybe, or the European Union will have another opinion about, just because of this penalty, another opinion about Hungary because of the immigration and because of this kind of politics, which is not that strictly as the European Union directs. What do you believe?
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Hungary.
Okay. I do have that conversation with them, and I respect and like them. They're all friends of mine. I think pretty much every single leader in Europe is a friend of mine. We get along really well. They've done everything I've asked them to do with NATO, etc. The only thing they continue to do is buy oil from Russia. That's not too good. But I told them they should respect this man. They can also learn from Viktor. Viktor has had a very hard stance on, more than anything else, immigration or even illegal immigration. He literally has accepted no one over the years. Think of how much greater these countries would be if they didn't have the tremendous crime that has come in with the immigration. People just flowing into Europe. They've got to stop it. And not only stop it, they have to reverse it. They have to get them out. We've done that here. We have 0 people coming in now. The borders are closed. We take people, but we take them legally. But we've done it very strongly, and we're moving hundreds of thousands, millions of people out. We had, of the 20 million people, 25 million, nobody knows even what the number is. They never knew. Biden had no idea. He had no idea. I don't believe he had any idea what was happening, because he wasn't about open borders. But we had open borders, and we had millions of people come in, and they were coming in from jails. They were coming in from mental institutions. They were coming in as drug dealers. We had 11,888 murderers. Half of them committed more than one murder. We're getting them all out. We're getting them out. He doesn't have that problem.
Another area of disagreement is the Hungarian Prime Minister's stance on Ukraine. He's fallen out with Volodymyr Zelensky and maintains working relations with Vladimir Putin. Recently, during the European outrage over Trump's bid to acquire Greenland, Orban backed the president. After yesterday's meeting, Marco Rubio declared the two countries were entering a golden age and endorsed Mr. Orban's bid to be re-elected for a 5th term.
The president has an extraordinarily close relationship to the prime minister. He does, and it has had tangible benefits in our relationship. I'm not going to speculate about the future. What happens in this country is up to the voters of this country to determine and decide, and we love the people of Hungary. But there's no reason to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be very blunt with you. The Prime Minister and the President have a very, very close personal relationship and working relationship, and I think it has been incredibly beneficial to the relationship between our two countries. Those sanctions waivers happened, as much as anything else, because of the relationship between the Prime Minister and the President. And so I think all I can tell you is that relationship and the importance of that relationship and the importance of that relationship to our bilateral relationship underpins the decision the President made.
In his feud with Zelensky, Orban has gone so far as to accuse Ukraine of election interference. Mr. Orban's enthusiasm for the Trump administration stands in sharp contrast to the rest of Europe. Last week, Sir Keir Starmer set out his intention to tie Britain closer to the EU.
So I say to all NATO members, our commitment to Article 5 is as profound now as ever. And be in no doubt, if called on, the UK would come to your aid today. Now, Europe must not turn its back on this. Instead, we must move forward together to create a more European NATO. As I see it, Europe is a sleeping giant. Our economies dwarf Russia's more than 10 times over. We have huge defence capabilities. Yet, too often, this adds up to less than the sum of its parts. Fragmented industrial planning and procurement have led to gaps in some areas and massive duplication in others. Europe has over 20 types of frigate and 10 types of fighter jet. We have over 10 types of main battle tank, whilst the US has one. It's wildly inefficient, and it harms our collective security. Now, the US security umbrella has allowed these bad habits to develop, but now we must break them. And we have shown that we can coordinate to great effect, as Ursula has just set out, supporting Ukraine in a way that Putin never really imagined, creating the coalition of the willing, which now covers almost all of Europe, as well as Canada and our friends in the Asia-Pacific. And going further in our support, with the UK announcing over £500 million this week for more air defence for the Ukrainian people. To meet the wider threat, it is clear that we are going to have to spend more faster. And we've shown our collective intent in this regard as well, with the historic agreement to increase spending to 5% on security and defence. And we're prepared to explore innovative solutions. So we're stepping up work with like-minded allies on options for a collective approach to defence financing to help accelerate this vital investment. And as we increase spending, we must use it to its full potential. We must come together to integrate our capabilities, spending and procurement, and build a joint European defence industry